What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Stock Advantage. My name is Darren, and today I wanted to hop on and give a quick update on SNDL or Sundial growers, because if you don't know, it's kind of taken a bit of a hit in the market lately, and so I wanted to touch on that real quick, cover a couple of things and what I see going forward. So without further ado, let's jump into it. First off, let's start with the good news. The good news is that SNDL announced yesterday that the Nasdaq stock market confirmed that they regained their compliance with the minimum bidding requirements. So they were able to keep their price above $1 per share for the 10-day limit in order to meet that requirement. So they don't want to be at risk of getting delisted or anything like that. And so they were able to hit that mark. And so that removes that ammunition that could be used to remove them from the market. And so that's a good thing. The good thing is that they're in compliance, and that, currently they're trading at $1.90. So they're well above that right now, unless they were to take another major fall and then fall below that dollar for a period of time. But I don't see that happening. So that's the good news, that they did hit that compliance level, and that they are holding above that, eliminating that potential risk. Now let's talk about what's going on today, and why it's down currently 13% in the market. So what happened is yesterday they filed a registration statement covering the potential sale of up to $1 billion in securities. So the securities, it's like an open bag. So they can offer them from time to time. They can do common shares, preferred shares, warrants, rights, units, according to what they filed with the SEC. So they've had one of these before, and they recently it closed, and so they did put out there for a new one. So that's why the stock today is taking such a hit, because what that means ultimately is more shares, more potential to flood that stock and further dilute the value of the shares. And so there's a lot of companies that do direct offerings, and usually every time they do, that stock takes a hit. This wasn't itself a direct offering, but it's basically laying the groundwork for that going forward. So I do think that we will see some direct offerings coming from SNDL. They're going to try to raise more capital. The other good thing is that they are debt free. They restructured last year and were able to pay off all their debt. So they're trying to set themselves up for the future. And that this method here of the $1 billion in securities that they applied for is going to allow them to continue to raise money and continue to progress forward with the company. So while it could be seen as a good thing in the long term, in the short term it means a lot more rocky ride, and not so much fun in the short term. It did drop to like $1.73 before recovering back today to the 192 current level. So hopefully we won't see too much more of a hit, and it'll continue to uptrend along with the other cannabis stocks. Because if you saw my video the other day, if the other cannabis stocks are Adam Sandler, this is Rob Schneider, right? It's going to follow the path. It may have some problems. It may not be as pretty, but it's still going to, I believe, 2 to 3x over this year, if not more. But we'll have to see. With this newest information, I think it's going to change a little bit. It'll have a lot more fluctuations going forward. But if the company continues to use that money wisely and invest and grow the business, it could be a good thing in the long run. So you got to look at it from that perspective. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for today. I just wanted to give a quick update on SNDL. My thoughts are on it. If you're currently holding it, ultimately stick to your plan. But if you're currently holding it, I do think it's going to recover. If you're not holding it currently but looking at maybe taking a position, I still think there's some potential here. Look for a good opportunity. Again, I always refer people back to maybe the big dog in this is Tilray or Afria, just because I think they're going to grow at about the same pace. But that company is the largest in the world, and SNDL is a relatively small player in that field. So that's my opinion. I wouldn't mind having a little bit in SNDL, but don't put all your eggs in this basket, because it is a penny stock at the end of the day, a lot more volatile. But don't take my direct advice with that. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just trying to share information and hopefully educate you a little better. So if you like this video, make sure you like it. Comment down below any other stock you want me to check out, and make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell. And until next time, have a great day and God bless.